Welcome to a realm where personal growth meets expansive spirituality and where we're not just scratching the surface. We're diving deep, widening our perspectives, and having a darn good time doing it. This is the Enlightened Podcast, and I am your host, Jen Hamilton. You'll enjoy an infusion of motivation, empowerment, and inspiration that will resonate in every aspect of your life. Expect captivating stories, heartfelt musings, and my own personal experiences. But that's not all. I'm bringing awe-inspiring individuals to the table, so get ready to meet some remarkable souls whose wisdom and stories will leave you spellbound. No topic is off limits here. Brace yourself for raw authenticity, unfiltered vulnerability, and yes, the occasional splash of explicit language. We're delving into the realms of the esoteric, mystical, and the woo-woo, unafraid to explore the extraordinary. So if you are ready to venture beyond the surface, to explore the depths of your soul, and to awaken the magic of life, if your heart says yes, then hit that play button and let the Enlightened Podcast guide you on this remarkable expedition. Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to this episode of Soul'o Snippets. This is Soul'o Snippet number 2, and I wanted to share something that's really just close to my heart today, because the whole idea of Soul'o Snippets is to speak from my soul to yours and just provide you perhaps with a little inspiration or a little bit of clarity and just share stuff that's real for me, essentially what's going on in my life in real time. And I want to share something that happened to me last night. And I got home from being at the Sunshine Coast for a couple of days. I had to get home. I had some podcasts to record. I had some clients. So I came back to Brisbane to get settled in last night. And I thought, okay, there's a few things that I want to get done. And one of the things was mow the lawns. And I got everything inside. I unpacked the car. I got the kids all set up to just hang out inside. And I thought, I'm just gonna mow the lawns. Like, they really need to get done. And anyway, I went to start the mower and the mower wouldn't start. And I mean, my experience with lawnmowers are quite limited. I know how to start it. I know how to put fuel in. I know how to put the oil in. I know how to change the length of the blades to cut out and all that kind of stuff. But as for the mechanical side of stuff, I've got absolutely no idea. But I had in my head that I wanted to mow the lawns. I was dressed and ready to go. I was feeling super empowered. I had stepped into my masculine to be able to get out there and just mow the lawns, because I love the feeling of how the lawns look after I finish with them. So waking up in the morning is really important to me, looking outside and going, wow, the lawns look good. And I did that. So anyway, I couldn't get this lawnmower to start and I was so frustrated. And so I was like, all right, what can I do that's still in my masculine? So I'm vacuuming out my car, getting all the sand out of it from the beach. And I'd put a load of washing on to wash some new sheets that I'd bought, because I really wanted to have them on the bed at nighttime. Meanwhile, I'd got home at 5 p.m. So I had an hour left of daylight that I thought I was going to be mowing the lawns and getting all this stuff done, before the evening routine of dinner and shower time with the kids. Anyway, I was heading out to hang out some stuff on the clothesline once it was done. And I have a beautiful gardenia tree in my backyard, which, at the moment, we're in the middle of, it's summertime. So it's mid-December, and usually gardenias are flowering in the springtime or coming into summertime. And I've been keeping an eye on the gardenia tree, and I'm thinking to myself, why is this thing not flowering? It's got little buds on it, but was it not pruned properly last year? Is there something wrong with it? Anyway, I'd been waiting and waiting for this gardenia tree to flower, because gardenias are one of my favorite flowers. The scent from them is just divine. And anyway, when I was heading out to the clothesline last night, I caught sight of this one bloom. And honestly, every single problem that I thought that I had from getting home, having to unpack the car, getting all the sheets washed, trying to mow the lawns, not being able to get the bloody lawnmower started, everything just melted away as soon as I smelt this flower. And what nature does is nature provides us an opportunity to come home to ourselves and just deeply remember so many things that nature can teach us that sometimes we forget about. So I always come home to nature through the smell of flowers. I always have flowers in my house, except for when I'm away. So I don't have flowers in my house this week because I've been away. And what that reminds me of is that nature doesn't give a fuck about when it's supposed to bloom. This gardenia tree doesn't sit there and go, oh my gosh, I should have been blooming a month ago. It just bloomed when it was ready. Nature doesn't give a shit about being on time for certain things. Nature doesn't give a shit about the expectations of other flowers or other trees and what they're doing. Nature just stays in its own lane. And there is so much that we can learn just by looking outside, just by turning to the trees. You know, at no time have I ever seen someone rush outside during the autumn when all the leaves are falling down and trying to sticky tape the leaves back onto the trees, going, no, you can't shed your leaves now. Please stay on there. We just flow with the seasons. Like, we can't stop autumn. We can't stop the cold coming in winter. We can't stop the burning humidity in the middle of summer. So it's just this beautiful reminder to constantly just be in the process and the flow of life, just like nature is. I had some really, really beautiful solo time whilst I was away at the coast to just go and be with the ocean. And I was just watching the waves come into the shore. And I was really just noticing how the ocean just does her thing. Sometimes she's so wild and ferocious, and sometimes she's just so calming and so supportive. And the ocean doesn't give a fuck about anything else other than just being the ocean. You know, it's the same as the sun. The sun's just there to provide warmth and to provide light and, you know, watch over us from this grand perspective in the sky, essentially. The sun doesn't give a shit about anything else. And so when we come back to ourselves, when we come back to this journey of remembrance of who we are not separate from nature. We are part of nature. We are part of essentially the animal kingdom as well. We're all here to flow and work together. So I do invite you, if you feel as though you're going through something funky, if you're feeling a little bit stressed, especially at this time of the year leading into Christmas, if you feel as though everything's just all a bit much, or you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're feeling pushed for time, or if you're feeling like you're comparing yourself to other people, turn to nature. Go for a walk outside. Go sit on the sand. Just grab a handful of sand and just look at all of the specks of sand and just notice the different colors, the different textures of sand. Go and sit with the grass. Go and just lay on the grass and just watch the ants do their things. Go out into the sunshine or go for a swim in the ocean, and everything that you will ever need will be provided to you through just witnessing nature. So that is my little solo snippet for you today. I hope that's helped, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode. I hope you love the Enlightened podcast, and the biggest compliment you can give me is subscribing to this podcast, sharing it, and leaving a rating and review. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. My handle is @JenHamiltonOfficial, and the podcast handle is enlightened_podcast. You can also find the video version on YouTube on my channel. Just search Enlightened and don't forget to hit subscribe. Have a beautiful day and enjoy living the enlightened journey of life.